everybody, my name is Nayeli Diaz. I'm a 3L at Michigan State University, and I'm part of our award-winning moot court program. So today, I'm just going to take you through a little example of how to do an oral argument outline, or at least how me and my teammates like doing it. So your outline will go through a lot of variations as you get more comfortable with the material. At first, mine usually have all of my transition sentences and everything I think I'm going to say, but you'll realize as you go along that's not the best, because then you get really stuck to it and you want it to be more free-flowing and natural. So you end up with something sort of like the two examples that I have here, where it's just the case names, the relevant information, the record sites, and the decisions of the cases. So we'll start with mine, which I have been told is a little bit chaotic, but it's color-coded and it makes sense to me. So typically there are two issues, so one issue per side, and then I do the cases kind of in the order I think I'm going to be questioned about them, but there's always room to jump around. So the case names, like I said, are in orange, important facts in yellow, findings in purple, and the record sites are in pink. So I know that when I'm talking to the judges and they ask me a question about the issue that's on the left and they ask me about a case that I know is somewhere in the middle, I look down and I think, okay, well, if I'm trying to remember the case name is in orange. So I can look in that general vicinity and I know that it's highlighted in orange. It works really well for me. I think I need a lot of grabby things for me personally, but if that's a little bit too much for you, I have an example from one of my lovely teammates, Rachel, and hers is similar in substance, but just a little different in the way that she does it. Similarly, she also has the case names, the bullet points of the cases under it, and her record sites are next to the facts that she has them in, and the facts for each relevant case. So similar substance. I've also seen some of my teammates who do boxes. They'll do charts, so they'll do a case chart and they'll do facts charts, and sometimes they have arrows going between them. At the end of the day, it's what makes you feel the most comfortable, and ultimately I think the most important thing with an oral argument outline is to have all the cases that you know you're going to need, all the important facts from those cases, all the record sites, but I tend to recommend straying away from having a really rigid outline. It's more of a guide and a reference point than anything. If you're just looking down at it to read every single point, you're not actually engaging with the judges, and that's the opposite of what you want to be doing. So this is typically the ways that I go about it. I hope it was helpful to you in finding your style.